Welcome to another Connection here on TKO8 Television. Dennis King, thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. Each week we try to have various organizations come in and talk to us about what they're doing and how they affect the broadcast area that we cover. And there's some really good organizations, and it takes a lot of volunteers. But we do appreciate all the organizations and that they kind of keep you informed about what they can do for you, your family, friends, etc. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with two young ladies from the Boone County Library, where there's always things going on. Stay with us.
When you support a locally owned pharmacy, you're contributing to the growth of a community. The dollars you spend stay right here to support our local community. Hi, I'm Tara Wilmot, and as a Health Mart pharmacist, I have a crucial commitment to our community because just like you, I support our community. All Health Mart pharmacies are locally owned, just like our Health Mart here in Harrison. Sam Alexander Pharmacy on the Square in downtown Harrison. Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Plants, plants, and more plants. That's what you'll find at Camps Plants in Harrison. Perennials, annuals, ferns, hanging baskets, shrubs, roses, decorative trees, and the largest selection of garden vegetables in the area. With different varieties arriving weekly, you're sure to find your perfect plant, shrub, or tree at the best price in the area. Camps Plants, in business for over 35 years in Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our first two guests in the studio today from the Boone County Library, and they usually send somebody in about once a month to keep us updated. There's always so much going on. We have Beth Kaffenberger and Mary Newberry with us today. Beth used to come in to see me a lot, and then she kind of left and came back. And Mary's been with us before. Children's Department is kind of what we're going to talk about with these two young ladies, but then we're going to talk about kind of the calendar of events for the month of June, hot off the press. Just got to me from Ginger Schonenberger this morning. How are you girls doing?
Good.
Is everything running smooth?
Pretty good.
It was funny. I said, does the temperature feel okay here in the studio? And Beth said, yeah, it's a lot nicer. Down there, it's like real cold where we are. You know, it's either cold or hot. That's what happens sometimes. So we'll try to keep it moderate for you in here.
Fine. Okay.
Okay, well, let's just get in, and you guys can just go back and forth here. Kind of talk about the Children's Department, kind of what's going on for the month of June, okay?
Okay. So right now, this week and up till June 8th, we're running our summer reading program registration.
Okay.
So if you've got kids and you're interested in signing up for the program, this would be your time to come in and register them. And
what's the age group on that?
We're actually running it like 0 to 18. So we've got quite a few families that do it, and they've got little ones 1 year old, you know, and they read books to them. And so for every age, there are going to be age-appropriate prizes. And so what they're going to do is they're going to choose whether they want to read, you know, 10, 15 books a week or maybe 20 minutes every day. And then they'll keep track of all that. And when they bring it into us, we'll sign off on their log, give them a prize, and they'll be encouraged to continue reading, hopefully.
So that's good. So how long is the program? I mean, I know you're registering now, but how long does it go? For how many?
We're going to start June 10th and run through July 25th.
Okay.
July 25th will be our last day that you can turn in a log, and then that will be it. So we're going to run it about 7 weeks.
Okay. Now, do they come at? Do they pick their times, or you come at different times?
They can pretty much come in whenever they want to come in, whenever it's convenient for them. We're just asking out of those 7 weeks that they bring a log to us at least 5 of those weeks.
Okay.
And then once they bring in those 5 logs, they've met our requirements, and they can come to our pool party, which is like our big close out of the summer.
Close out of the summer, into July type thing?
Yeah.
So the cost varies? Is there a fee too?
There's no free.
Oh, there's no fee. Okay.
Everything is free.
It's just like normal at the Boone County Library. Everything is always free. So just remember that. most of the time, very seldom is there a cost of the programs at the Boone County Library. It's amazing how they operate and keep everything going with giving everything away, but they do, and it's a great service to the community. Mary, tell me what's going on in your area.
Well, I work directly under Beth, so
Okay.
I've been helping her just get everything ready. And really the only thing that I have going on program-wise that I'm doing is we're doing 2 intro to coding classes. Sort
Oh.
of. It'll be with Sphero robots that we were sent by the state library.
Wow.
So we're using some programs that they designed and just to get kids interested in it.
In coding, which is a big deal. I mean, for the future. I mean, a lot of the states I know are putting money through grants and stuff for schools, but you know, to get into the coding programs. So that's fantastic. Okay, let me get on your calendar here. I won't try not to put you on the spot. Let's see here. June 10th, Magic Out of This World. It's like a magic show, I guess.
Right. So we're bringing in Marty Hahn. He's Marty the Magician. We brought him in last summer, and we did one program, and we had, I think, over 100 attend.
Wow.
So this year, for crowd purposes, we're bringing him for 2 different showings or
Okay.
programs. So he'll come in at either 10:30 in the morning or 3 in the afternoon.
Okay.
So what we're asking people to do is choose the time that works best for you. Sometimes mornings work better for people and afternoons work better for some. And so he was such a big hit. People loved him that we decided to bring him back this summer. So we're pretty excited about that. So that will be our big kickoff to the summer
Okay.
kind of thing.
1st of June type thing.
Right.
Let me flip back just a moment for your summer reading program that you were talking about, which is interesting. Do you normally have a pretty good group of people that get involved in the summer
I think
reading?
last year, wasn't it 388 children?
Oh my
Something
gosh,
along
that
those
many?
lines.
Wow.
Yeah.
That many register, about half of them actually complete the program.
Yeah, but
So
they're-
it's kind of, we all sign up for things and sometimes we see them through and sometimes we don't.
Right.
But yeah, we always have a really big turnout.
Wow. I mean, and I know a lot of people, summer months is difficult. Schools are out and people go on vacation and have different things going, but that's a big number. I was surprised. I thought you were going to say 100 or so.
No.
But that's
Some of the other organizations, I know like the Harrison Middle School and a couple other places, they're also running like reading, encouraging the kids to continue reading during the summer.
Right.
And so knowing that we do this kind of gives them like, oh, well, you're in our program anyway, and if you did their program, that kind of can count for both. And so
I see.
this summer, I think we'll have maybe a bit more, just because other places are encouraging the reading as well.
Fantastic. Let's talk just a few minutes, then we'll go on through the schedule here. With the advent of technology and computers and tablets and all this stuff, since you're working with children, are you still seeing children that really want to read the hardbacks? I mean, is that still a popular thing
Yes.
with all the technology these days?
It really is. There's so many, especially, well, the younger ones, probably under, 8, 9, 10. I mean, the moms come in and they take bags of books home with them, really. Like probably over 50 sometimes at a time. And even the older kids, 10, 11, 12, they're still interested in reading different series. And I mean, Hardy Boys, Nancy Drew, they're still popular. People are still reading those.
So it's
And-
coming back around. It's the
Yeah.
circle's coming back around. I mean, the only reason I say that is so many things change through the decades and years that with technology and cell phones, everybody's got one. And even the little kids have them, and you've got the tablets and the computers, and even now they're expanding into rural areas, the internet,
Right.
and broadband and so forth. So, I mean, it's great. I think it's fantastic. I don't read as much as I used to. I always enjoyed reading. When I traveled, I'd always take books with me and stuff. But to know that the young kids, the younger ones, are really wanting to touch and hold a book and read it, because reading is so important, in
Oh,
my
yeah.
opinion. I mean, it's probably the most important thing you do. as you move forward in life. So that's good. You surprised me with that number. I didn't think about that many. Okay, and what's the Day of the Dinosaur? Do you know what that is?
Yes, so the Day of the Dinosaur is going to be with Dr. Kevin Clark. He's now volunteering with the Buffalo National River, and he's going to come in and do just a program with different stations on different kinds of dinosaurs, and I think he even uses dry ice and, you know, creates the steam. And if anybody has ever come to our back to school backpack bash, I know that in previous years he's done his program for that.
Yeah.
And so he's going to come in and do that for us.
Yeah,
So we're pretty excited.
He's done a lot of stuff, and I know through the months and the years we've had different people come in from the library. His name always comes up. So you're going to have a little petting zoo, I see here, on June 12th.
Yes.
Animals down there?
Yes. So
Inside or out?
outside. Right. So we'll just be outside, and we've got a farming couple, and they're going to come in and bring us their farm animals.
Okay.
So we're pretty excited about that.
Okay. June 13th, Rich Davis drawing type thing.
Yeah, so just a basic drawing class. He's actually a children's book illustrator, and so we have a couple of his books that he's illustrated. Tiny on the Farm, it's about a big dog. And so he's going to come in and do a drawing class. So for anybody interested in drawing, that would be a you know, it's a step in the right direction. You know, that first step, maybe they don't know where to start.
Right.
So.
You mentioned coding thing. I noticed on June 17th, robot coding. Was that what
Yes.
you were talking about? That's at 4 o'clock.
So it's going to be in two parts, an intro to block coding. So rather than having to type out the code and things like that, they already have blocks that they choose and put together and try to make the robot move and light up and do different things like that. So it's just kind of a fun, easy way to introduce them to it.
Okay. This is interesting. Starry Night for the teens. Something for teens that you're doing?
Right. And so what we're going to do with that is we are encouraging like probably 12 to 18-year-olds to come. And we're going to talk a little bit about Vincent van Gogh's Starry Night, the Starry Night famous painting he did.
Right.
And then we're going to let them to use their creativity and imagination and go outside and using sidewalk chalk, recreate that. So
Okay.
our sidewalk should be beautiful
They'll look
by the end
gorgeous.
of the day.
You'll have the wall, you know, you come around, it's all the mural, and then you come right into the sidewalks with the deal. We only got a couple minutes left. Anything, I don't want to miss out on the important.
Not too much. I would just encourage people to really get on our website, get on our Facebook page. We've got all of our events listed. I did want to mention we have a wildlife program from NHECM. I know they've come a couple years ago. We have it at the Lyric Theater, and it's going to be at 10 in the morning on June.
Is that the
The Galaxy's Wild Frontier is what it's called.
Galaxy?
Yes.
That is on. Where is that? Is that the
It's a Tuesday morning.
Tuesday morning, but June 24th?
Yes,
That
seems
sound right?
seems
Yeah.
right. But anyway, I just wanted to throw it out there. Arvest Bank was generous enough to support us
Nice.
this year and sponsor that program. So
Very good.
it's going to be a lot of fun. They're bringing in a mini pig, a pygmy goat, things like that. So
that'll
we're
be
really
fun.
excited about that.
So before we close, I want what we have on your calendar of events. They can go on the website and see all the calendar events,
right.
which is easier. You can just go on and
Yeah, or they can even, drop in. If they're coming in to register, they'll get a packet, and then we'll have all of our events listed.
Okay.
And so all of that is
Fantastic.
there. So.
Okay. Well, gosh, you girls did I thought you said you might not know all the answers. They knew all the answers to this thing. Beth, thank you so much.
Thank
Mary,
you.
thank you for coming in today, and I hope your summer reading programs goes well and you get those 400 plus kids involved.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining us today. Stay with us. Be back in a moment. We're going to talk with a young lady. Well, actually, the new director of the Boone County Health and Wellness Center here, and kind of get her take on what's happening there for the month of June and some of the new programs that will be coming up in the next several months. Stay with us.
We all need the help of a pharmacy from time to time. Sullivan Pharmacy would like to thank all their customers for supporting them as an independent local pharmacy. When you trade with an independent pharmacy, you deal with an owner that supports the local economy and charities. Visit Sullivan Pharmacy for any of your over-the-counter or prescription needs. It's important to keep helping those that help the community. Sullivan Pharmacy, 731 Main Street, Harrison, serving this area since 1965. Summer is here, and Harness Boots and Shoes has some of the hottest brands and styles available at great prices. With some of the most popular brands such as Chaco, Birkenstock, New Balance, Merrell, Twisted X, and more. Be sure to find the right ones for you. If you don't find the style or color you want in stock, they'll be happy to order them for you. Don't forget, $10 down will hold anything in the in-store layaway. Your boot headquarters for Northwest Arkansas, Harness Boots and Shoes on the west side of the square in beautiful downtown Harrison.
Back on Connection here on TKO8 Television. Our next guest in the studio is new to us as far as coming into the studio, but not new to the Boone County Senior and Wellness Center. She's the new director there. I'm going to Yvonne Thompson, Vonnie.
Yes.
But I'll call you Yvonne to start with here. Yvonne Thompson is the new director at the Senior Center, Boone County Senior and Wellness Center, and we're glad to have her on the show today. Connie, we're going to talk a little bit about what's going on the month of June. They always have a lot of activities, and it's such a unique place for seniors. I'm always impressed. I'm a senior. I don't go out there as much as I probably should just to see different people, but they have a great program out there for the seniors, food. Of course, they do Meals on Wheels and so forth, and we're going to talk about that. But how's the new position working out? You got to learn every day, I'm sure.
It's a new experience every day. It's challenging. I do truly love it, but it is awful challenging.
Yeah, I bet it is. Now, how long, you told me and I forgot, how long had you been there already?
I started out as a volunteer, Meals on Wheels, and I worked approximately 6-7 months at that. And then I started as Meals on Wheels driver doing outer county. And then I went to transportation, and I drove that for a year, and just taking people to appointments.
Sure.
And then I became a facility assistant transportation, and I did that for 3 months, and then they hired me as director. So.
Wow. So you were pretty familiar with the operation in general, I guess.
In general.
Not the overall, maybe the internal workings of the organization, but Yvonne had been there for obviously some time. So, well, that's good that they had somebody that, they could ask to step in and take over that job. It's a big job. You got a lot of different things that you're involved in there. The Meals on Wheels program is, a lot of people don't realize how big that is, and it now covers the entire county. Is that correct?
It does.
It does Boone County.
We do the entire county of Boone, and we our outer county we deliver to those once a week.
Okay.
And those are frozen meals because we can't get to them as often.
Right.
And then of course we have the in-town and as close as we can get in, and those are delivered a hot meal 5 days a week and 2 frozen for the weekend.
Okay. Now, and if I'm not mistaken, if I remember right, and it took quite a while, but did you finally get a newer truck, a newer unit?
We did. We received our new Silverado, and we got it towards the end of last year and everything else. We did receive that. Of course, we still have the Hot Shot, the smaller one, and both of them leave every day, and basically we deliver 113 meals in town every day.
Wow.
And that's not counting our frozen meals out of town.
Wow. So in town, you've got that number, and then like for the out in the counties, how many more would you deliver out there?
Oh, in the outer county and everything else, I think there's 49.
Okay.
And we go one direction one day, and we can deliver any place from, of course it's 7 meals, but we might deliver to 10 different clients.
Okay.
On Monday, on Wednesday it's a different client, different direction. So
For somebody, if there's a senior watching the show and maybe they're not on your program, but they probably should be, a lot of times there's the pride factor, obviously, and I know you run into that with seniors. A lot of seniors are maybe too proud to call and ask for help when they really should, or maybe if they don't have any relatives to help them out. But if someone had a relative or somebody knew of a senior, how do they qualify? Do they have to come in, or how do they qualify for the program?
what they can do is they can call the center, and we would talk to them and everything else, and we would begin filling out papers, and then I come to visit them, and then I can try to get them qualified for it. There are certain qualifications they have to meet, and if they meet those, then we will start as soon as we can.
Very good. So that's why they would get in the program. Let's talk a little bit about the center itself. You have lots and lots of activities that go on all the time, and you change some up every month, and others are kind of the same. You want to kind of go through. Let's kind of go through June, since we're into the new month coming up here. What's the chapel outing that you do?
We are going to Mildred Cooper Chapel in Bella Vista, and it's a day outing, and it's basically it's beautiful gardens, and the architect of the chapel, and it was built by I believe her name is Faye Jones, and it is quite spectacular. It also sort of reminds you of Thorn Crown in Eureka Springs.
Yes.
It's on that Gothic theme, but the gardens and the trails through it and everything.
Nice.
And
that's June 4th. Looks
yes.
like.
And
I know you. I think every month. Do you have Trudy McManus come in? From
yes, we do.
Extension service.
She comes in once a month, and we have fresh conversations with Trudy. And now this month it's going to be on preparing of herbs and how we can use herbs in our meals and those. Now, right now, from today until Saturday, we are having our yard sale.
Okay.
Today, it's from now until 4:30. Tomorrow, basically, it'll be from 8 to 4:30, and Saturday it will be from 7 to 2.
Okay.
And if anybody would like to and everything else, there are going to be some areas in the parking lot if Saturday they would like to come up and sell their items in the parking lot.
Okay.
And for a small fee.
Okay.
And but we are having our sale right now. They're as fast as we can get it out, they're selling it. So,
now, is this products that have been donated to you, or is it you just letting people come and set up there?
All the products within the center and everything else are ours. People have donated very generously to us, and they are bringing them in, and we are selling them there, and it all goes to our fundraising.
Right. It stays. That's the good thing about the programs that they have there. Your money stays local. It helps the senior center. They're not sending a percentage off to some national organization that you never know where that money may go sometimes. So that's good. Everything that you do.
All of our fundraisings and donations that are given to our center are for our center.
Right. That makes it, and a lot of people want to hear that too. You still do your casino trips?
We do, and they're going very well. This month we're going to the Stables in Miami, and we leave at about 8:15 in the morning on Tuesday mornings. Normally it's at every second Tuesday of the month, and we get there, and we normally stay about 3.5 to 4 hours, and then we come home, and the ones that have been picked up at the center will be dropped off at the center. We actually do pick up some people at their homes.
That's nice.
So we will take them right back to their homes. Because some of those people don't like to drive when it gets dark, so we take them home.
So think about this. If you're a senior, you want to go to the casino, and you go and you lose all your money, you've got a ride home.
Yeah.
Unlike some people that may drive and not have enough money for gas to come home. You take your, just want to throw that out there, but anyway. Also, you do screenings, which I think is very important, medical screenings at the senior center for the seniors. I noticed on, the 11th, you're doing blood pressure screenings. Do you do that every month?
Once a month we have blood screening.
Okay.
And in September, I believe, they're going to do the full screening, blood pressure, cholesterol, everything like that. But they only do that twice a year. Right. But every month on the second Tuesday of the month, we do have, and when that is provided to us from Northwest Arkansas.
Oh, the Arkansas Medical Center, okay. What's Books Only Bingo?
We play bingo every Thursday.
Okay.
From 1 till 3. And we play for all sorts of gifts and prizes. It can be anything from toilet paper to soap to toothpaste but on Books Only, that is where we play for nothing but books. We have a variety of books that have come out of our library, and we leave so many books in our library. After they've been there so long, we take them out and we play bingo with them. And they can, as they bingo, they can take the books.
Okay.
So
that sounds like fun, actually.
That way we kind of thin down our library, but yet the books are put to good use.
Yes, I can understand that. Okay, June 28th, looks like a birthday celebration. Is that a birthday for the people there and for the month of June, or how's that work?
Once a month, we have a birthday celebration. And normally it's on the fourth Friday of the month. And what it is we have ice cream.
Oh.
And everyone that comes into the center can have ice cream. And it normally goes over pretty big. A lot of people stay just for the ice cream.
Sounds like a lot of fun. Did I miss anything? We've got a couple minutes left here.
Well, we are having it's going to be our 5th car show in July. Okay. And of course, since I'm new to this and everything else, I know that is a big fundraiser for us and everything else, and we've been trying to get that out there, and I have sent out flyers, and it will be right there at the center, and they can have lunch and everything else with us.
Okay.
And but from everything I understand and have seen before, it does get quite large, and there's some beautiful cars that show up.
Now, what's the date on that?
July the 20th.
20th, okay. So do they have to sign up?
Yes, they do.
Okay, so they need to come by the center?
Yes.
Okay,
and,
so you can sign up for that.
Yeah, and there's also a site that will come up on our website where they can sign up. And,
okay.
And we've also sent invitations out to the ones that have been there previously.
Okay. So. Well, I know car shows are obviously very popular. A lot of organizations have car shows, and there's some really cool cars, if you will, that usually show up at these car shows. So this is obviously big. I remember each year they do have the car show out there, and they have a lot of attendance.
Yes.
So hope you have a big attendance again this year. Yvonne, thank you for coming in today. It's very nice to meet you and have you be a part of the Connection Show, and we'll try to get you back at least once a month, kind of bring us up to speed on what's going on at the Boone County Senior Activity and Wellness Center. Yvonne Thompson, the new director. Go by and see her. If you're a senior, get involved. They have a lot of things going on. It's a great place to go and a great organization to be involved with. Thanks for joining us on the Connection Show this week. We hope we brought some information to you perhaps you didn't know about. Join us each week as we bring organizations in and talk about what's important to you in the viewing area.
Stop in at White Oak Station on Capps Road in Harrison and fill up with Shell gasoline, the highest quality gasoline with more miles per gallon, saving you money. Sign up for the Fuel Rewards card and save 5 cents per gallon every time. Plus, get an extra 5 cents off on Razorback Wednesdays. That's a savings of 10 cents per gallon. Check out their expanded deli and hot and cold food items. Capps Road, White Oak Station, where customer service is their #1 goal.
KTKO Channel 8 Harrison, local television worth watching.